If you want to accomplish your goals, in many cases, you're going to need to overcome some of your fears. This morning, author Akshay Nanavati has gone swimming with the sharks, traversed frozen tundras, and much more, and has a real unique approach to getting over those fears in his new book, Fearvana. We are happy to have Akshay with us this morning to tell us more. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Fearvana. So you're saying, take away that fear, turn it into something else.
Exactly. The goal is to take away the fear of fear, because fear can lead to your bliss. You know, I struggled when I got back from the war in Iraq with the U.S. Marines with PTSD. I was diagnosed with PTSD and I struggled with alcoholism until I learned to translate all of those feelings of fear, stress, and guilt into something meaningful. And ultimately, they led to this book itself. They led to me climbing mountains. They led to a lot more value. Exactly.
Let's talk about that moment before, right?
Sure.
So the rock bottom moment. Tell us about that moment and how you knew something had to change in your life.
It was a moment when I woke up after a 5-day binge drinking session, and I thought this pattern of drinking and sobering up would never change. And I still remember thinking that there's no point going on. And that moment really hit me hard. The fact that I could even think of taking my own life, I realized something needed to change. So I started researching neuroscience, psychology, spirituality, to figure out not just how to heal my own brain, but what does it take to live a happy and meaningful life.
All right, let's say you don't struggle with PTSD. Your fears are basic, so to speak. You worry about your job, you worry about your family, you worry about paying the bills, you worry about stuff like that.
Yeah.
How do you turn that kind of stuff into something more positive for yourself?
The first thing is actually to reframe how you view fear. So just fall in love with fear itself. And simply by doing so, it actually changes your biology and physiology so you can better respond to it. Another thing is to actually remember the rewards waiting for you on the other side of your fears. So maybe if you're scared to quit that job you hate or start a business or run a marathon, what is the rewards? Actually remember that and envision the pain standing between where you are and where you want to be. So for example, Michael Phelps used to visualize himself swimming. So when his goggles got flooded, he kept swimming and still won Olympic gold. So those are some tips strategies to help you engage your fears and ultimately leverage them.
You know, it's interesting because I've read a lot about this particular topic, this whole fear is a liar type attitude, and to really take that and embrace it. And I've even created a vision board at home so that I can envision what I want for the future. And I really do have to say it is changed my attitude a little bit, and it makes me a little bit more positive. Is that something that somebody can do right this moment, maybe, you know, in order to take that first step? Or what can they do to take that first step?
So, I mean, a vision board's a great idea. I call it a fear ally. So appoint fear allies. Get a vision board, get people around you. So I have friends, I have an accountability buddy I check in with every day.
Yeah.
So we support each other in engaging our fears. And I think the most important thing you can do is what I like to say, suffer with a smile. So develop a positive relationship with the uncomfortable feeling, with discomfort. So exercise is a great way to do that. That's actually been my own salvation of how I got out of that low point, is really getting comfortable with discomfort. And when I actually have a mantra that I say, suffer now, success later. Whatever you want to achieve will be hard. But if you can suffer through it, you can accomplish anything.
All right. I'm so glad that you were here. Thank you so very much.
Thank
you
you,
need to put that on a T-shirt now. Lions Club members, can see Akshay this weekend during the Centennial Celebration over at McCormick Place. And you can pick up your copy of Fearvana at online bookstores. We're posting all this information on our website at abc7chicago.com.